The expressions and conversations on this show are simply your truth and your views. It's a platform where there is no judgment, no preconceived beliefs, and no fear. There is no right or wrong response, so speak freely, speak confidently, and speak your mind. Just remember to do it with respect. With that being said, let's toast to health, wealth,
and the motherfucking self.
And we're live. Welcome back.
Once again.
Hey, got a new guest on the scene.
I've been sucked in.
Whoa.
Oh.
Whoa.
It wasn't by me.
Right.
Wasn't by me.
Damn it, man. She said sucked in.
I just sat down.
Hey, with that being said, want to introduce our next guest, LaShonda.
LaShonda, introduce
yourself, LaShonda.
Hey, LaShonda Breezy here. What else you want to know?
LaShonda Breezy, like Chris Breezy's sister?
Bracy. Yep. Originally
Like
from
braces.
Grand Rapids, Michigan.
Grand Rapids, Michigan. How far is that from
never met nobody from Michigan.
Here in the DMV, it's 2 hours. I'm in the middle of Chicago and Detroit.
Okay. Got it. And what you do?
I own an IT training and course development company, and then I also help small businesses get government contracts. So I'm a government contracting consultant as well.
You got 2 jobs.
I got like 6.
Goddamn. Hey, before we get further, because goddamn Wille Earl about to come out, right? We're going to take a shot.
Everyone to
hey,
health, wealth.
Your motherfucking fist.
Pass it on. All right. So before we goddamn unleash Wille Earl, because goddamn
I seen the smoke coming off his head.
Radar done popped up and shit. You know what I mean?
Business,
so
Wille Earl
That's what I do.
So we're gonna I like to share a story of how we met. It was
I'm trying to get
was
some
it
views.
2 years ago?
I just want to try and get some views.
Yeah,
LaShonda was 2 years ago. Okay.
And it was in the summer. Was
Yeah.
it in the summer?
No, so it was happy hour season.
But it's always happy hour season.
No.
Okay, yeah.
Because we was just coming out of COVID, right? And like the bars was opening back up, and I jumped back in the scene of happy hours. My co-host G called me the happy hour king.
Yes, you are.
Hey, and I ran it. I met someone, and then she introduced me to you, and from there, then I introduced. We'll let Gary goes into his story because he knew y'all when I just met y'all, and the whole small world shit that we always talk about. Go ahead, Gary. Go ahead, G. Excuse me.
I just, the barber man, I kind of know everybody indirectly, directly around the corner.
Man.
Yeah, barber man, you know how I go. Jump back to Travis. Met Travis 6, maybe 7 years ago. Shooting this shit in the barbershop. My regular rule shit, like Jay said on the other show. You get a cut? Come on. Sports was on in the shop. Talking sports. Florida State was playing, I think. Or Florida State became the topic. And I was like, yeah, my man used to play for them. He's like, yeah, my nephew used to play for them. Like, yeah, my man in the league now, he played for Jacksonville. My nephew played for Jacksonville. Yeah, my man Rashad. Rashad Green? That's my nephew. Yeah, all right. So I took the phone out and called Rashad's mom, which is Travis's sister.
You didn't believe him.
We didn't believe each other. So when she answered the phone, she knew me from
Shout out to Small World shit.
Yeah, shout out to Small World.
Small real stuff.
She knew me from when I was doing personal training. She had came to New York to Rashad's game, and another close friend of ours, mutual friend that Travis known from a kid, Rashad's close friend, had introduced us, and we went to the game. We took them shopping. We took them to dinner. We just had a great time. It was just organic and a great relationship, and we exchanged phone numbers, and she really wanted me to train her. And when I called, she said, when you coming down here to train me? And then Travis spoke, and she was like, Travis? What you doing with him? And we just been rocking and rolling ever since.
Wow.
Yeah.
Ever since.
There is no 6 degrees of separation.
No,
It's
no.
more like 2 or 3 now.
Ish.
No, I don't even think that, man. I just think like I just think naturally, great people attract great people, and then when you and sometimes when you're around great people, all this back and forth don't need to go. You just live life with them.
It just goes.
Yeah, you just live life, and you let it flow, and you enjoy life with people. So that's the way I feel about that thing right there.
So,
Yeah.
question: Did you help him with them juices and berries?
Listen, I'm glad you addressed that. Right?
We're a very sensitive topic here. Man.
Shout out to the juices and berries.
Juices and berries.
So,
Just go ahead and say he had some lovely hair. Say Mr. Willie has lovely. You got caught up already and don't even know it.
Mr. Willie got good hair.
Mr. Willie.
Mr. Willie.
Oh,
I like Willie. My daddy named Willie.
Is it Wille Earl
It's
though?
Wille Earl, though. So, Shonda, I met Miss LaShonda
Lord.
again at Mr. Witt's, directly but indirectly. I was cutting her son's hair. Again, I'm the quiet, rude, mistakenly as rude barber. Like at Mr. Witt's, it was a different atmosphere for me coming from owning my own shop, being a business owner, to a structured barbershop that I was an employee. A lot of rules that was different for me. It was a Christian-based barbershop, no cursing, no sweat. It was a dress code, music.
Yeah, the dress code.
It was a dress code that y'all didn't even know was a dress code.
What was the dress code? A white T-shirt?
No, so your shoes had to be predominantly brown or black. So all the orange and blues and greens and 12,000 pair of shoes that I have, can't wear those.
Never knew that.
Zero sweatpants, no athletic wear, no shorts. Your shirt had to have a collar unless you were wearing your barber's jacket. Then that automatically had a collar. You could wear a t-shirt underneath that.
Okay. Wow.
Just a lot of rules, but it taught me structure,
Okay.
and I appreciate it. So again, I was like in my own world. So are you getting a cut? If you didn't have an appointment, you were next for a walk-in. Come on, get in a chair, headphones in. What do you get in? Headphones in. I didn't have no conversation.
So, question for you: You
Mhm.
owned a barbershop,
Mm-hmm.
went to do it, and now you own your own thing again. What have you learned?
From Mr. Witt, structure.
What did you learn? Well, you mentioned that earlier. Like
Structure.
you can't work for nobody else.
I learned that as well. I am not a good employee because there was days where I did not feel like coming to work. When I first moved here, moving from New York to the DMV area, this is party central. My brother's a party promoter in DC. I'm going to parties on Friday. I got to be to work at 6 a.m. on Saturday. I'm the new guy, which was a blessing. So I'm laying in my chair half dead till 1 o'clock every now and then walk in. I got him. I get him. Okay, cool. Back to sleep. So I learned that I cannot go out on Fridays. I do not have a Friday night anymore. Right? So bring it back full circle. I met Dana, as we discussed before in a different episode, through our buddy Nat. Dana met his girl. From there, met you again. Like, wait a minute. Kind of know you, kind of don't know you. Look familiar-ish. Small
We
talking.
actually talk to each other.
Wait a minute. I do know you. And then come to find out, I knew Dana's peoples too. Like, wait a minute. I know her too. And everybody said the same thing. You was the rude barber. They never said I couldn't cut though. They just said I was rude.
You just ain't taking stuff, huh?
I just
You
was
was
in
mad
my own
about
world.
that uniform. That did
Yeah.
nobody else know about.
How do you have a sneaker room when you can't wear your sneakers?
That's crazy.
It's a blower. But shout out to Mr. Witt, man. I appreciate everything you did for me, brother. Everything. But yeah, that's it, man. It all come full circle. Like Travis said, man, good energy attract good energy. And here we are.
Here we are. All right.
Here we are.
So
Moving forward,
moving forward. Go ahead.
2023.
Oh man, it's about to be on this.
What we got? What's today's date? It's still the
28th.
28th. We got
28th.
3 more days.
Yeah.
Whew.
What y'all got going on for New Year's, man?
Shit, we're still trying to figure that out. You know,
What's your 2023 goal and or resolution? Let's do both. Let's start with you, Dana.
well, My resolution. Oof, Lord have mercy.
Not Lord of mercy.
I think you know, I just want to be in kind of a better place than I was in 2022. 2022 was awesome for me, but I just want to be able to expound on it.
Expound. Is that different from expand?
Yeah, I want to be able to
know.
make.
I'm not being funny. I want to
be
like
able to make
words.
my 2023 better than my 2022. I'm always trying to move forward. Never trying to move backwards. So there was great things that happened to me in 2022. You know, I met my girl. We've been kicking it for a while. Met good people. Our circle, our community got bigger through the process. You know, we lost some people through the process.
Everybody can't go.
And then,
Everybody can't go.
you know, we still rocking it. And then on some small world stuff, you know, we figured out that, you know, I think it was started out with my people's birthday party. We figured out, you know, hey, we knew some good peoples to kind of host a surprise party. And then we kind of grew into this niche of, damn.
It wasn't a we knew. We planned this shit behind your back.
No, I'm talking about my people's party.
Yeah, her
We're
party.
talking about
in
February.
Oh yeah.
So
yeah.
February, that party was just
we
total
killed that
surprise.
one.
We killed that one.
We killed that one.
You know, had family members flying up
Yeah,
and
we
stuff
killed
and
that
whatever.
one. Killed that one.
And you know, through the
Shout out to doing shit right in your face.
Yeah.
You don't know.
Yo, it was so hard because, you know, I'm just always on the phone texting. I'm sending texts back and forth.
And they looking like the
damn,
fuck is you doing?
Who the fuck you texting now? You know,
and I'm just, like acting like I ain't getting no
it was just lining up perfect. It lined up perfect. And you know, shout out to you, LaShonda. You know, you helped me pull that one off. But however, like I was saying, we kind of stumbled in, and we have not acknowledged that we got a niche for hosting events.
Yeah.
I mean,
yeah.
we fast forward, go into the Halloween party.
That was dope.
You know, all of our little side, you know, whether it be little house gatherings or whatever, everything always be epic, and we always, you know, get along, and we always take it to another level.
Man, there was.
Oh wait, we got an after party at my house.
We did. Hey, that's when we figured out. That,
I don't want to put nobody business out there.
That's when we figured out. You know, some houses got elevators in it.
I wasn't gonna say that, but I was gonna say that. I wasn't gonna put nobody business out, but
Shout out to the houses that got elevators.
I went to the bathroom using the elevator. That's all I'm saying. I used the elevator to use the bathroom. That's all I'm saying.
Shit.
Okay.
Since
you want to do that, you don't got no elevator in your house? Do you or do you not have an elevator in your house?
Right?
Yeah.
Okay.
So
Wille lurking.
Willie lurking. Willie. Them people got an elevator in their house.
Willie Earl, don't be lurking.
Willie. Them people got an elevator in their house. Willie got an elevator.
Willie Earl. It ain't too. You can't drink that over there. Hey,
they got an elevator in their house.
Right around the block. He was trying to drink the sage.
Oh.
I wasn't going for the goddamn sage.
He was drinking for the sage.
People got an elevator in their house.
Hey, right around the corner, still in Lorton, Wille Earl.
That's good, Queen.
Save me.
Yeah, Queen.
Shout out to the Queens with the elevators.
With the elevators.
I ain't talking about Willie Earl.
What the song be? And you, your mama, and your cousins too. That song we call elevators.
Oh,
y'all is dumb.
So yeah, back to full circle. You know what I'm saying? I just want to make my 2023 better than my 2022, and my 2022 has been awesome. And guess what? It's been awesome thanks to a lot of people that's in this room right now.
Yes, sir.
That's
so
awesome.
I want to thank y'all.
Thank you, brother.
Appreciate that.
All right,
Wille Earl.
Man,
2023
is my milestone year, man. Willie will be 80. Travis James will be 50.
Hold up.
Goddamn, Willie.
Hold up.
Come on, Willie.
Hey, is Willie Earl still making babies?
Shit. Is Grits grocery?
Grits Grossman. God almighty.
Oh, Jesus.
Shit.
It's Grits Grossman.
I really got to get some blood drawn in the morning.
God
The
almighty.
blood drawn followed with a penicillin shot.
Yes, sir.
God almighty.
Willie trying to work out some compensation arrangement with the child support people right now.
God almighty.
Yeah.
We
Y'all,
gonna change.
Wow.
y'all running around here handing these damn gender reveals and things like that. Shit, Willie know what they gonna be when he go in there.
Hey, where you said Willie hang out at in the afternoon? At the light bill place?
Willie be at the light bill place, man. Them people ain't gonna cut off your lights so you act right now.
Oh, you like Nate gonna set it off, huh?
Oh,
I'm in a
Jesus.
bind, Nate.
Huh?
I'm in a bind, Nate.
I don't fuck
Some
with
other times.
I don't fuck with Nate. Nate did it wrong.
Why they do it wrong, man? Why they do it wrong?
Huh?
Why they do it wrong?
Nate did it wrong.
Nate did it wrong. See, Willie got that comeback, but when Nate gave it to him all at one time. Willie gonna help you, but he gonna make sure you need him.
He gonna give you just enough.
Oh shit! God
Yes,
almighty.
Willie.
Just
Oh,
enough.
shit.
You gotta come back.
Willie gonna make sure you need some help. He gonna make sure you know you can get some help.
God almighty.
Wow.
But what? Hey,
I'm gonna go ahead and put this out there. All this stuff y'all talking about $40, this and that. I came up with that. In 2023, because it's my milestone year, it might go up to 45.
wait. You changing the price of the get down?
Yesterday's price ain't
Today's
today's price.
price.
God almighty.
Shout
45.
Shout out to inflation.
It's like Willie said, I have the ability to do that. But now, seriously. Damn, I still talk like Willie.
Willie here, baby.
Willie won't leave me alone. But anyway, so 2023 is my... God damn.
Come on, Willie.
2020. Come on, Travis James. Fight back.
Hey, you like another professor right now. Buddy Love. Come on, Buddy Love.
Come on, fight back, Travis James.
Wow.
Come on, Buddy Love.
Fight back.
The Buddy
Come
Love
on, Travis
potion.
James. But anyway.
Yes,
I'll be
okay.
50, man. So you know, I'll be 50. My daughters are. I got my youngest daughter graduated from high school.
Come on with me.
And I'm just wonderful about that. And then like, and I don't make personally, I don't make like New Year's resolutions because I got what I like to call a personal constitution. And my personal constitution, you know, it drives me to be better every day, not just from year to year, but day to day. So I ain't worried about no damn New Year's resolution. I know, like I said, you know, I'm quietly one of the most confident people that you ever gonna meet, just based on the chances that I took and the results that came out of those chances. So shoot, I'm just gonna continue to rely on that in 2023. That's what I'm gonna do.
Okay.
That's good stuff.
Yo, shit, Willie
Is.
Travis Earl. Willie Travis Earl. Talk
There
your
you go.
shit.
It's working on down. LaShonda, go
That
ahead.
alter ego is something.
Come on now.
For me, yeah, I don't do
Hold on now.
Uh-oh.
Oh shit, that alter ego, what?
New
What say? She said it
Something
worked for
else.
me.
She says, okay, I got you.
Hello.
Elevator
The
in
people
the
got
house.
elevated in the house.
For me, I don't really do resolutions either, but I want to make sure that I grow more than I did in 2022. So definitely,
You want to get taller?
in business.
Cause you taller than a mother.
Life.
You want to be in love. Wait a minute now.
You know.
Willie heard that.
Uh-oh.
You want to be. You
In
want to grow in love.
Life. I want to grow in love. Grow in life. Grow in life.
We gonna get fucked up tonight.
Uh-oh.
We're gonna circle back to the topics of love.
No,
and
we don't have to.
relationships. No, seriously. Seriously. There's a lot of people out there fucking up the name got love and relationships
So yeah,
right now.
you know.
And you said a lot of things, that
Wait a minute now.
I want you to, talk about. You're very intrigued by your you talk about like your IT consulting thing, and me, I in a previous life, a lot of IT certifications, blah blah blah, taught those things myself. So huh?
No, y'all talking that IT geek shit, right?
I can talk.
Y'all
I
start
can
talking
I
that
can talk
smart
that too.
people
This Wille you talking to. I can talk to everything from a mule to school. You know what I'm saying?
I taught everything from you to school.
Come on now. Who you with? Come on now, shoot. I done did everything except for brain surgery. You catch a headache, I can handle you.
You can't hear. Sound check for Sean.
Sound check. Yeah, but no, seriously,
You get?
you are a remarkable queen,
Check your code. Where your code?
Goddamn Wille Earl and LaShonda.
God to him, Mike.
God dang it, you can't be turning these folks stuff up.
Come over here and turn up these white people shit now. We ain't pay for this Airbnb.
Right.
Come on now.
You should be
I'm
back.
sorry. We're back on. No, I just was saying, you're remarkable in every sense. That's all.
Thank you. I
Queen.
appreciate that.
Queen.
All right.
This is from the
That's what niggas say when anybody say some bullshit.
that one. And you know what? I just started. I only use that.
We're gonna circle back to that. Hold on now.
Good afternoon,
Yeah.
Queen.
Grand
Grand Rising Queen.
Grand
Grand Rising Queen.
Man, lay your ass
So-
down.
I got one for you, man
what's-
of God.
Not man of God.
Man of God.
So I want to ask you. I don't know if it's appropriate. So I don't send them no lame ass texts. Not since they done came out with that Cash App. You're really talking now.
Nah, you talk.
Morning
That-
cash
that's
apps?
how you say good morning.
You do morning
You
cash
do morning
apps?
cash
You do
apps?
morning cash apps?
Y'all don't do that. Y'all ain't able to do that.
Not able.
Able.
Look, able, but I don't know if I'm willing to do that.
Able. No, I'm saying that's
Morning
new.
cash
Able.
apps.
Hey,
Able.
Eric.
That's the new good morning.
Ain't no good morning cash
That's the new good morning.
Hey.
That's the new good morning.
It's the new good morning.
That's the new good morning. Ain't nobody. And then they got that
Grand
Uber.
Rising.
And then this is Wille Earl right here talking. And they got that Uber Eats.
Hello?
And you done told me where
That
you
eat
work at.
Starbucks. And
And you like Starbucks.
it's gonna be there when you get there.
It gonna be there when you get there.
Come on now.
And you think
Wow.
I know it's Tuesday and you don't get paid the Friday. you think your gas gonna be on E on Wednesday?
No, it ain't.
Oh.
Come
No, it
on
ain't.
now. Then Wille you talking to? Then Wille you talking to? And then look. I'm
Come
gonna
on
do
now.
all of that, and I ain't gonna say nothing to you for 90 days.
90.
90. Hold on.
No, I ain't saying nothing else to you. Say what?
That's it.
That's it.
That's it.
That's
The
it.
audience said, what they got to talk about? Yeah, I got my cash app. Shit,
That
that's
was it.
Wow.
You know I'm help.
Mm.
You know I'm you know I'm
But I'm
help.
sure they gonna hit
hold
you
on,
up
hold on,
before the
hold on.
90 days.
I
though, right?
got a question.
Mm.
Are you sending the cash app every day for the 90 days?
No, I'm gonna send it to a Jazz. You see, I
She need it.
when she pop up in my mind, you know you need it. Just when them Grand Rising niggas sending them damn texts. Just when they know she need that Grand Rising text, I know she need them motherfucking gas money. I know she's the children that ate the goddamn leftovers and she ain't got no lunch there. And I'm gonna send her
Ain't
some
no gummy bear.
ain't nothing there. So I'm gonna send her some Uber Eats or some shit like that. You
Get it
know?
right.
Yeah, I'm gonna get you right. Yes,
Well, Willie 80, so shit, he been around for a minute now.
I've been around for a minute now. Like I told you, I know everything from you to school.
God almighty.
Hey, you making it difficult.
Almighty.
Make it
Oh,
difficult out
man.
in these streets.
It's the little thing. He may got you going to a goddamn up and down in the elevator, but shit, I got you going up and down in your mind.
Hello? 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 Hello?
In the world.
Goddamn Willie.
Shit, goddamn
that
Willie
is
Earl,
Goddamn
boy.
Willie Earl, boy.
Oh man, hey,
So, you got a workout regimen for the beginning of the year?
fuck that. Yo,
Hey,
that
yo.
whole workout bullshit.
I started in
for the
December.
New
Yeah, no,
year.
it
That
don't
shit
work.
don't work
Yes,
out
it do.
because hold
I
on,
started in December,
G,
so I
G,
would already be doing it.
G,
I'm locked
listen,
in.
listen. That
You see,
damn
you see,
gym,
I'm babysitting my drinks. I'm locked in.
January 3rd,
He did
that
4
gym is
push-ups
gonna be
today.
so damn packed.
In a row.
People is just gonna be
Nah, so look.
all over the
The
place.
joint downstairs
And then-
at 6 a.m. is nobody in there. Like tomorrow, I'm taking my speaker. I've been mapping it out,
He
waiting
did
to
4
see.
push-ups today.
Waiting to see. Tomorrow, I'm doing 5.
Okay.
You know, one of the things I think that like you know, a lot of us are like at a stage in our life where we're busy and you talk about like your, you know, you talk about workout, you know, that's preventive, you know, health
Health
measures.
is wealth.
Yeah, you know, and health is wealth, and things of that nature. One of the things that like motivate me and what's helped me in regards to like over the last few years, and I need to get back on, and I need to find a group of people that's doing it, like the whole thing where you know you challenge people and you keep them accountable. Like we have like a sports pool, but so instead of having like a sports pool, you know, we got a pool where
Like a
you know
workout pool?
where you got steps, right? Everybody got the phone. Whoever, you know, everybody put in $5 or whatever, and who has the most steps win that. You know what I'm saying?
Like
Those
weekly.
every week or something like that. And for me, because you know, like going back to the beginning of the podcast, you know, for lack of better terms than as the drinks wind on, you know, I'm a hustler. It got to be,
That's
you
my
know,
middle name.
yeah, I'm a hustler, and everything got to have a hustle associated.
A challenge.
Associated. When I was in the military, shit, you couldn't motherfucking outrun me because that was my hustle. But now that ain't none of my hustle, but shit.
Well, you put some money behind it.
But even $5 behind it, or just bragging rights behind it for me,
Yeah.
it's gonna motivate me. If ain't no, and you know what I'm saying, if ain't no shit talking or money behind it, there ain't no bragging rights behind it, or nothing like that. There ain't no win or loss. Shit.
I don't get no fuck.
Challenge.
All right.
Hey.
Them motherfucker look at me, man, you done gained some weight, and your mama had too, but I was over there last night.
Hey, yo. Hey, this thing's out of control. Hey, yo. Out of fucking control.
Who made this dude?
Oh, my God.
But seriously, back to the health thing. I think I think especially us as you know successful Black people, and you know when you look at the collective cost of you know of a traumatic medical event and things that like trickle up to it and tiptoe to it, you know what I'm saying? You know, to come up with ways where we can motivate each other and find out what's somebody's motivation. And, you know, G just said his motivation was, you know, being in the empty gym by himself. But other people, you know, it's like, and based on their lifestyle and things of that nature, maybe walking, but that's helpful if you can motivate somebody to do it. So yeah, I'm with you on that piece right there.
So
Whatever you come up with,
Queen,
I'm with it.
I hit as a challenge on the street. I hit as a challenge on the
I
street.
pay myself in trips.
Where you be going?
You know, Turks and
You ever been to Shelby?
Georgia? That goddamn Willie, man. That goddamn Willie, man. Only in America.
You know, my mama
Wow.
be cooking on Sunday now.
Oh, that is funny to me.
Goddamn, you already taking her to meet your mama?
I'm just taking her to show. And if she was hungry on Sunday,
My
be
my mama know the son she had.
boy, you done.
Wow.
I was real done.
God dang it. All right, G. What you got for 2020?
2023. I was about to run in my truck real quick. 2023.
Man, we gonna play this. I done said some crazy shit, man. We gonna put this out there.
No, we're gonna edit this motherfucker.
No, we're gonna put this out there. This was good.
Goddamn week. So 2023. So January 1st, I'm gonna come off of social media. Like my life is my downtime, which is the one thing that I don't really have, is consumed. What did I say, bro?
You are the social media content creator for the podcast
until January 1st, and then you are the social media content. I will copy, edit it, and send it to you.
Oh my gosh! All right, go ahead.
Okay.
This was not in the contract.
This is a business meeting.
Yeah.
Y'all need to have discussion.
Got that business meeting
Right
now.
there. Lean back.
We'll talk about
What y'all doing?
Yeah, we'll talk. I plan on coming off of social media while I lock in. I'm going to log in once a month.
But are you going to do this for like 90 days?
Until I complete my book. So I've had a dope book idea for over a year. Like I paid someone to do my book cover already. It's done. I got all the information, self-publishing, all that shit. I just have not put it on paper.
I got a strategy for you. We'll talk about it.
What you gonna do for me? I'll tell to you.
It'll be quick.
I tell you. Okay, all right. Well, that'll work. But that's my goal. I know that I get sidetracked by social media. It's just social media is just so fucking interesting to me. Like I get a fake look inside of your world and their world.
You go down the rabbit hole, though.
Oh my God.
All day long.
Don't tag your friend. Who is that? Then I'm gonna jump to this page and then say swipe up to buy now, and I'm gonna swipe up 300. I don't want that shit. Never mind. This page, and so I'm gonna come off of social media so that I can lock in on me. I noticed that the views that I give other people make them money. When I could write my book, that could make me money.
Right.
Like it makes 0 cents. So that's just gonna be me disciplining myself. In between the move and things going on, I took some time off the gym. I'm back doing that. And that's my personal discipline. Stop being a procrastinator. That is my 2023 goal and resolution. Just stop being a procrastinator. Self-discipline.
Can you believe it? 2023.
It's crazy.
That don't even sound like
23 years since the year 2000.
Wow. That is
23 years since they said the world was gonna end. The
Right.
ATM machine was gonna kick out all this money.
but G, you say something. You say something that that kind of like I want to ask you a question about in regards to social media. And social media, it's just what it is. It's social media. Mm-hmm. It's an avenue for people to socialize and connect and share like ideas. So, you taking a hiatus from social media and with all of your adventures, your barbershop, the podcast, the book, and things of that nature. Mm-hmm. That's how things are promoted. Mm-hmm. I wouldn't, if as a friend, my advice wouldn't be to take a break from social media. It's just to figure out ways how you use social media for you to achieve your goals, because that's how like some of the most craziest movements we've seen in the last 2 or 3 years has taken off, from and don't want to name any and plug anything on this platform, but I think you should look at it from the standpoint of I'm going to use social media to my advantage, because that's where the world is, and as we grow, we have to embrace changes in technology and how to use them to be our our best self. From that point. And this is Travis James talking.
Scheduling your posts and not going on and check it.
So that's the thing. Like, I can pick up my phone to reply to your text message, and then I'll be on Instagram, YouTube, replying to the email, everything but replying to your text message.
So take all of the apps off of your phone.
Jesus Christ.
So
that's what I was going to do. I was going to take Instagram, Facebook off my phone once a month. So my birthday is the 27th, right? January 27th. On the 27th of every month, I was going to put it back reply, like, comment, get my social media fixed. Back off.
So,
Like, I want to go on Instagram right now.
if I may,
I'm fiending.
if I may,
Just say no.
I need it. It's
if
calling
I
me.
may,
Pookie, it's calling me.
if I may,
Come on with it, powder.
the dude that is a TikToker that gets paid $750K
Yeah.
per post and doesn't say nothing.
Hmm?
Yes, this dude right here gets paid $750K.
Pass that down the line. Send that on down.
That's like, is it
Yeah,
true?
yeah,
Doesn't
yeah,
say
yeah.
nothing. It's simple things like you're trying to figure out how to open that bottle, right? And he'll just be, some people will be trying to use a knife to open up their beer
And you
bottle.
got the personality
Hey,
for it.
and then he'll just come up and unscrew it, and then he'll go like this
Her post.
per post.
That's the post. That's the whole.
That's his
it.
TikTok. So
He's just
people
showing
be
you how
trying
to
to
do
do
stuff.
stupid stuff, and he'll just
22-year-old with 149.5 million TikTok followers.
But the key
That
in that
is-
is
Spent 3
consistency.
hours a day learning English from Mr. Rogers' neighborhood.
yes.
Done.
He
That's
does
the-
not
you-
say anything on his post.
But right there, I think about that and some of the
Yo, I'm
things
about to
that
send
I've
this to me,
stated
'cause
earlier.
I want to read this.
That's the double-edged sword of social media.
Wow.
The key
So-
in it, though.
So you got kids that see this, right?
Mm-hmm.
And so
they
they
think that's
they
it.
they
That's the
up
shortcut.
they think that's the cheat code right there. But they gotta realize, in for like for us in our generation, we always some of us always went to the doggone gym to be one of them 440 people that make it to the NBA.
Mhm.
And that dream was shattered instantly.
One punch.
That shit was shattered in the 7th grade for me. I knew I wasn't going to no motherfucking NBA. Shit,
Nigga, you only 5'2".
nigga, I'm 5'7", man. Give me what I want.
You ain't in no goddamn
The cheat
5'7".
code is
Hey, hey, and
it's being
I
consistent. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
I understand what you're saying,
but you
Travis.
saw what I'm saying.
I get what you're saying, but shit, I just want $750 a post.
Time out. I just want to run that back.
What?
You ain't no fucking 5'7". I do want to say this, right?
Is you
If-
you a tape measure?
If we was at the basketball court,
We got one over there.
I'm taking Sean before I take you.
Huh?
I'm taking Sean before I take you.
I'm
You gonna go
5'8",
home
so-
broke as your betting?
I'm putting Sean in the post now.
Huh?
I'm gonna drop that ball in the post
And I
now.
played basketball.
Ooh, Lisa Leslie on your ass.
So
Come on, Willie.
I went to Randolph Clay High School.
In Sherman.
Nah, it was in Cuffley. 2 counties went to the same high school. Yeah, 2 counties went to the same high school. I'm from where I'm from. I love it. Anyway, and we was a basketball powerhouse.
I know you want the goddamn point guard.
Hell no, I wasn't the point guard. Shit, what the fuck you talking about? Motherfucker?
You just tell the story.
Nigga, I ain't even get to try. What the fuck you talking about?
Hey, I'm just listening to the
Shit.
story. All right,
They
now.
were wide.
Yeah, I don't know what I was talking about, but anyway, man, I ain't know. I know I ain't no athlete shit. You know, and things of that nature. But back to the post, is that like that's what I was getting to about the diminishing blue collar workforce, and how do you balance that with social media and things of that nature? Everybody wants to go on social media and be that person that gets like this one viral thing that goes viral. Then that podcast go here and everything. Everybody wants to be the who is that Gilly and who
Wallow.
and Wallow. Everybody in their 40s want to be Gilly and Wallow now. And everybody want to go in the portal for Coach Prime this week.
I hit the portal.
Yeah, and everything. But that's not going to come. And everybody wants to, in the 60s and 70s want to win the lottery. So
shit, I want to win them 42.
I mean, but what I'm saying is that there's you have to balance. You know what I'm saying? The reality versus your abilities.
Come on with it, Powder.
And everybody ain't gifted enough. While you sitting around here waiting on them damn $750 or $750,000 a post and shit, you sitting in the dark, or you goddamn got to go to the 7-Eleven to charge your phone because your lights out to damn charge your phone for that.
Wille ain't gonna let that happen.
It's a balance between that. Nah, Wille ain't gonna let that happen for nobody in his stable.
Not in his stable.
Hello.
Not in his stable.
Don't worry about that. Wille is a fictional character.
He said his stable.
Not a
He's
fictitious
a
character.
Fictitious character. I'm sorry. I'm the alcohol getting to me. But it's just jokes. It's just jokes with Wille. It's just jokes. Don't take it personal. Don't let it lead you to nowhere. But
Unless you need some help with your electricity bill. You know.
And Wille Earl got you. Huh?
Hello.
Hello.
And but now I'm telling you about Wille. Wille strict now.
He's straight. He got
Shit.
rules.
Yeah. When he catch up that light bill one time, goddamn it, that's you and them dumb ass kids to keep them goddamn lights on the next time.
Cut these goddamn lights off in here, man.
Willie coming over there, y'all cut. He ride, Willie ride around there slow,
Hey.
and he either in that Cadillac or that goddamn.
Hey.
He in
Wait,
that.
your son at home? No, he
He
got
Willie
football practice.
either in
Why
that
his roof light
Cadillac or that damn that 76 F-150 riding around.
I thought you said your son had football practice. He do.
Anyway,
Why his room light on?
But back to reality. You just gotta find. I think social media in the and you read this stuff about the world is so flat, and what they mean by that the world is so flat is that you're exposed to so much and you got access to so much information right now. You don't know. You don't like. It's almost like Dana Bar right here. You don't know what the goddamn drink.
It's a lot of shit over there.
It's a lot of shit over there. But you gotta, if you want to get drunk, you better figure something out quick.
Figure something out now.
Cause you can't drink everything.
Not all at one time.
You can't drink everything at one time. And that's what you gotta. That's the balance you gotta have with like social media. And then you gotta be honest with yourself with everything that you see and all the information that you're exposed to and things of that nature. I know for a fact that going back to the whole basketball thing, I know. Hell, I'm at that time, I'm 5'7", whatever this motherfucker want to tell you I am. But I'm going to Randolph Clay High School, the biggest basketball school in the state of Georgia. I know goddamn well I can't get on Joe Williams basketball team.
So not Mr. Joe.
Yeah, and so I ain't gonna even go over there and play with him. But that ain't nothing against nobody or no institution. That's just the reality of it. And so you got to figure out, and you got to be honest with yourself, and your team got to be, and the people you surround yourself with. You got to be honest with you in regards to like your why and your goals. You can have all the damn New Year's resolutions you want to have, but if you ain't got if you got all this information coming with you and you don't know how to take in the right information and get on the right path, and like you used to roll about discipline, you ain't got none of that, man. You gonna be struggling again. You're gonna be having this same goddamn goal in 2024, 2025, 26, 27, and then we're gonna be talking about goddamn it in 2028. Willie was a good man. He said he was gonna do this in 1947, but he never got around to it.
Hey, but you do make a good point, and I do agree with you. And one of the things that I know I need to do better at, and we as a community need to do better at, is jumping on the hand grenade. When I say by jumping on the hand grenade, is that first story that comes out, we all jump on it. We jump on that bandwagon. We ride it. And I can name a few that we jumped on the bandwagon. And if we would have just been patient, the story would have just came out and we would have like, oh, yeah, Jesse Smollett. We jumped on that bandwagon. Yeah. The bishop that got robbed up in New York.
Oh yeah.
We jumped on that bandwagon.
I did. I knew that was
all
bullshit.
we had to do is just kind of be patient and let the money, because we've had
money
this
always
conversation.
have a trail.
Exactly.
Money always
Follow
have
the
a trail.
money.
Follow the money.
You're gonna find
Yeah.
where that crooked motherfucker is. So you know, and
So why y'all stop fucking with R. Kelly then?
Very sensitive stuff.
so
You know that's my dog. I'm
all right.
always bring it up now.
all right. If can I jump out there?
Come on with it,
All right. R. Kelly made good music.
my man.
R. Kelly, my daughter probably was conceived off of R. Kelly.
Strong possibility. Mine.
100.
Several of mine.
100%.
Several of mine.
No doubt.
I had that tape that you had to flip over.
Here is where I am not counting out, and I will not stop listening to R. Kelly music right now. Okay, there's twofold to this. If we turn on that TV back there, and I see my 14-year-old daughter getting pissed on by somebody called a Pied Piper, I'm going to be upset. Yes, I am.
I mean, we're gonna be violent.
Yes, I'm going to be upset. But however, all the things that R. Kelly is being accused of, he did not do by himself.
That's right.
RICO. You can't
RICO.
do RICO by yourself.
Organized crime.
You cannot do dang child pornography by yourself. Somebody's holding the fucking camera. You can't do
Somebody
dang sex trafficking. You can't do that by yourself.
There was no
All right?
rape charge.
There is always out there.
There's no rape charge.
And I will tell you this: there are some lawyers out there. There are some judges out there.
There's some parents out
politicians
there.
Yeah.
That are
There's some
sweating
parents out
fucking
there
bullets.
That are sweating
That are
bullets
culpable.
and is like, hey, I hope this nigga don't snitch.
Mhm.
All right?
But
Because
you know,
there's no way he had those parties and
It was
not
just him.
everybody.
about it.
Just him.
Right.
Since we on the bandwagon, we want to blame Rock Nation for everything right now.
Hmm.
Jay-Z was, it's funny, you don't hear Best of Both Worlds. You don't hear
Mhm.
nothing about that no
Mhm.
more. Who was the other?
Oh, they had
the
a whole
other album?
concert. I went to their dual concert.
Yes,
Who
Best
was-
of Both Worlds
Right.
1 and
Yeah.
2.
Best of Both Worlds
Yeah.
1 and 2.
Mhm.
You don't hear about that no more. I mean, because guess what? Jay-Z
But you know
allegedly
That's how
Foxy Brown.
that's how Jay and
them
Jay and Dame fell apart
See what I'm saying? Allegedly.
over Aaliyah.
See what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Them-
That's how
Hey,
Jay and Dame fell
You
apart.
can't tell me R. Kelly had these big lavish parties, these underage girls, and nobody was there.
No, nobody knew. Nobody said
Nobody
nothing.
knew.
Nobody batted an
Come
eye.
on now.
Well, you know, I look at it from the I speak on that from a perspective. If you look at you look at R. Kelly and the music that he made during the early and late 90s, you know, that's a big part of, you know, our community, people in this age group in this room. And, you know, if you take away R. Kelly's music, you take away a big part of our young adult livelihood
culture,
and our
period.
culture, period, right? And shit, man, you think about it, really? They had to change child support laws when damn R. Kelly's music came back.
God
That's,
damn.
yeah, you think about it, right?
Damn.
If you think about that, right? He's a great artist, no doubt.
Mhm.
But it goes back to the point of what you're saying about the lawyers, his handlers, things of that nature, right there. It just shows you about, you know, the people that are around
People
you,
that are
and
around.
that people, if you, goddamn it, if you got to think about it, R. Kelly out here on concert, he getting at the time in the 90s, he getting $200,000 a night.
Mhm.
And goddamn it, you done brought me from R. Kelly from Shelby. And R. Kelly done brought me from Shelman, and he taking me on a concert with it. He get $200,000 a night. R. Kelly give me $2,000. Of them $2,000 I send my mama and my aunties $100 a piece every night. But R. Kelly do 5 of them goddamn shows, he can do no wrong.
Hello.
Everybody that he's surrounded by that getting into them $200,000, they become a yes man, and R. Kelly become a saint. And man, look at here, what you did last night, it was wrong, but goddamn it, don't do it no more. And then he turn around and he revisit that vicious cycle, and he get away with it, and we got to cover it because shit, man. I just need them I just need them $2,000 R. Kelly giving me, because now that $100 I've been giving my mama.
But
she done got a car on it.
Here's the thing.
And so that's the thing. You got. I said all that to say this. You got to surround yourself with. Anytime that you're elevating, you got to surround yourself with trustworthy people that want to see you reach the top. And that's the downfall of R. Kelly. I don't think he was he was a social misfit. He was a social misfit that was surrounded by yes people, and it took 30 years for that to come to fruition. Okay, that's what I see right now.
So what about Tank? What about Tank?
I don't know nothing about what's going on with Tank.
So when I saw that picture, that was the Tank.
That's Tank, but no, not the singer, the boxer.
Oh, that was the boxer.
That's the the homie.
What Tank did?
So here's
another domestic violence case.
What'd he do?
Another domestic violence case in Florida.
What happened?
He physically assaulted a female. I don't know if it's one of his baby moms or whatever. How his baby mom again? Yeah. They got the video. They got a picture.
But here's the thing, like,
so
people are culpable all over. Like it's stuff coming out about Diddy and his camp right now, and the stuff that he got going on. It's
Diddy a wild boy now.
Chris Brown and his camp and stuff that's going on. It's a whole thing about with all these folks that's got stuff going on. Other people know. Other people securing their own bag, and other people are not talking. Yeah. So,
So I was telling the homies earlier, like, as far as with Tank, like, the homies gotta check him, right? So I'm not into beating women or none of that foolishness, right? However you handle your woman, that's how you handle your woman in private, right? What you do at your house is at your house. When we're out together, Willie, and you grab LaShonda, I'm gonna check you about it.
I'll get put in this.
Okay. I don't know how I get Willie get caught up in this. Willie don't put his hands on nobody unless they ask for it.
What I'm saying is, if you do it in public, I'm gonna check you about it because we don't know who's watching. Right? Exactly. I don't know what y'all do at home. This may be perfectly normal inside of your house. Y'all may yell and throw TVs at each other. But when y'all are in public, y'all not going to do that shit around me. One. Two, if Shonda was my sister, is no way you're doing nothing to my sister. Either I'm going to jail or you going to hell. We going to figure it the fuck out.
But I say this here.
I ain't got nothing to do with that man woman.
Here's my life experience from that, right? From the whole thing of surrounding yourself with good people. Going back to my military days, I was I'm trying to figure out how to articulate this, but I was in a position where I was surrounded by a more senior person, and I was in charge of I was his aide. Mm-hmm. And with that, right, I was exposed to a lot, right, in everything. And so in that, when I took that position, and I, not by oath or whatever, I just took that, I was given that position. I knew that I took it from a standpoint that I had to protect his reputation at all times. Okay. And luckily I was surrounded by somebody where he had a lot of integrity and honesty and things of that nature. So I didn't have to it was nothing I had to hide. But I think now and going back to the day of social media and things of that nature, when you're surrounded by all these different people and things of that nature, and they got access to your personal life and your weaknesses and your vices and things of that nature, and they're chasing likes and notoriety and attention and self-gratification, they're gonna fucking expose you.
So I got a question for you.
Mm-hmm.
Do you think that, I think we grow in a society of folks that are just weak and or weaker minded. So yes. I was having a conversation with someone the other night, and they were saying in the military now, the kids that are coming in, you can't scream at them. Nope.
Stress me
out. That's
stress
the
card.
Case. Yeah, you pull the stress card. I said, in the military?
They take their cell phones.
Well, let hold on.
You pulling a stress card? Because somebody yelled
like
at
soccer.
you.
Well, hold on.
Everybody don't get a trophy.
Like soccer.
Let
If
me.
we go in the war, we gonna lose.
No,
guys.
no. Let me get on that one right there.
Make that make sense.
So my thing is, and you talking about somebody like, military. I commanded in combat in 2003 to 4 under probably in the most stressful situations you can imagine, and in that you don't have to. If you holler at me, I don't give a fuck what the situation is. I'm not receiving that well.
I stopped listening.
Whether or not it be the military or not. So screaming at a vision, a person's tolerance for being screamed at and disrespected and demeaned, that ain't no metric to determine whether or not they're weak or strong. They just don't want a motherfucker hollering at them.
Pause for a second.
Yeah.
Pause for a second. Trav, I understand what you're saying. I get what you're saying. But, if them damn bullets is flying and I yell at you, goddamn,
Get the fuck
get
down.
the fuck down, and you damn come back with
What?
why
Fuck you
I
talking
gotta
to?
get down, and then now, we taking your ass back in the body bag. You know what I'm saying?
So
There's
here's
levels to it.
I've seen. I'm gonna go there with you. So I've seen the situation where this dude, right? I had this dude, right? I'll go ahead and put it out there. I had this dude. We were in Iraq. I'm a company commander. He riding with me. I'm in the commander seat. He back there. He my gunner. I got a girl up there. But prior to that, and I got my driver and whatever. And prior to that, he was one of these dudes. He walked around. He was just G.I. Joe. He had on the dog shades. Before they had M16 tricked out. He got everything on there. He walking around. Hold on.
Yeah, tearing up these white people shit. I told you about that. Every time we come over here, messing up these white people shit, man. God almighty.
Keep going. You keep talking. I got you. Keep talking. I got you. Keep talking.
God
The
almighty.
church's money.
But look at it. But he going back to my story. He's walking around. So he's the one that's been hollering at everybody. And now we in a situation that Iraqis done got on our motherfucking ass.
Akbar and them.
And the goddamn they done got on my motherfucking ass real goddamn good, boy. That scripture my mama gave me, I done rubbed that motherfucker. And I thought about
Everything get real.
here the last piece that Willie done paid for, boy. I hope that ain't my last piece, boy. It done goddamn. But it done got down to it, boy.
You going down.
And the little girl that he was hollering at, boy, she had that motherfucking gun just a singing. Getting them ready. And I seen them motherfucker goddamn going down. And the motherfucker that had all this shit on him and that was hollering at him, he was in that back seat like this motherfucking shit right here. So my point to you, what I learned from that situation right there, if a motherfucker, just because a motherfucker can goddamn scream at you in a warm goddamn building where shit don't motherfucking matter.
When shit hit the fan.
But when the shit hit the fan, and a motherfucker can make that bitch sing, that's who I want on my motherfucking team. So just because somebody make that motherfucker, they can't take nobody hollering at them in a warm building, that don't mean they can help you come home, baby.
I get what you're saying, and I will just kind of take it back to like when you and I, and everything evolves. We evolve, technology evolves.
Yeah.
Education evolves. People are smarter. So, when you and I probably joined the military, somebody could say, hey,
long time ago.
go dig that hole 10 feet deep. We're going to say, Roger, Sergeant, go do it. Then when we get it to 10 feet deep, they're going to tell us put the dirt back in the hole. Then me and you, we're going to be scratching our head and be like, why the motherfuckers tell us,
but
dig
shit,
that
fuck
hole
it,
and put
let
that
them do
dirt
it.
back in
Yeah.
there. We're going to get it done.
Yeah.
But now, you got the smarter people like, well, why I got to do this? We didn't ask them questions. And that is kind of like, the generational gaps that we have right now. And I will kind of take this around the block and kind of have this conversation. And I think that, as we move forward, the different generations are totally different. We have to be able to communicate across all of those different generations and be able to effectively communicate to get our point across to all those generations.
You're right.
So, whereas now, if you are if you got a child in school in Virginia, they can't fail you. They cannot fail you.
What you mean?
Oh, the No Child Left Behind shit.
They can't fail you.
What you mean?
Cannot. If
No
you
child left
don't
behind.
turn in no assignments, they can give you a D.
So you mean to tell me I stayed back in the first grade?
Yo,
Wait a minute now. I stayed back in the first grade, man. And I ain't gonna lie, man. This shit here, what you just said, hurt me. Cause look, man, I stayed back in the first grade because my name is Travis James, right? But in growing up in the town that I grew up with, my family last name was Benton.
Mm-hmm.
So I didn't write Travis James on my paperwork.
Mm-hmm.
I wrote Travis James and I put Benton on there too.
Okay.
So, and the reason why I put Benton on that paper is because in my mind people knew I was from the Benton family.
Mm-hmm. And
so my teacher, she didn't grade my paper right because of that. And so I ended up staying back in the first grade.
Mm-hmm.
And because I couldn't write my name correctly on my paper. So you mean to tell me if I was in Virginia right now,
they can't fail you.
They cannot fail me. That is
we're talking now. We're not talking Travis.
No, we talk.
But they cannot fail you.
You can't fail us.
But and see that, and now we didn't hit home, and I see what my problem is. As you talk about my current day to day, is that I'm dealing with when I deal with somebody from that generation who can't be failed. When you try to correct them or give them criticism or whatever, mm-hmm. they can't accept that, mm-hmm. and so because they can't accept constructive criticism, because they can't accept failure and has never faced failure, never bounced back from failure. The moment that something happens and somebody fails them for the first time,
they're gonna crumble.
They don't know how to deal with that. And so with that piece right there, going back to my whole thing about the America's blue collar workforce, is that if I go and give somebody schematics to do this or tell them to drive there and they go the wrong place to build the wrong thing, and I try to correct them, and the first thing that they gonna come back to me is that I'm being toxic, and they gonna quit, and they gonna go to the next thing like that. So that is to me, man, we ain't gonna never get back from that.
But two things. So right now we got 5 generations in the workforce.
Exactly.
So the biggest problem is, we still got boomers working.
Yeah.
The folks after them, we got Gen X, and then Gen Z, and I'm missing somebody, but it's literally 5 generations working.
Yep.
So folks are in the workforce from 18 to 60 and some change, right?
Yes.
So all of those generations communicated and talked very differently, right? Mm-hmm. So boomers, you told them what to do, they did it. They may ask for some help.
Mm-hmm.
How to get their job done. That's all they want to do. They want to get their job done. They don't want to do nothing else. They don't want to learn nothing new. They just want to do their job and come home, right? So
yeah, I'm with you. So pause. So now boomers, now COVID kicks in, right?
I pass gas.
Right. God damn it.
So COVID kicks in, right? Now we have boomers. So now the boomers are not embracing the whole
COVID
virtual
thing. Right.
virtual, Teams meetings, technology, because
they don't even want to come on.
They don't want to do that. They don't want to come on Teams.
Because they don't want to learn anything
Exactly.
new.
They don't want to
Right.
learn anything new. But yet, those other generations behind them, they get it because they've been on social media, they've been TikToking and all that other stuff.
We use
it. So they getting it. And like you said, I totally agree. We have this whole generational gap in our workforce, and it's all balance.
It is. So I even talk about this, and I bring it to the forefront when I'm teaching a PMP class, because I try to make older folks
teach
understand.
the PMP?
I try to make older folks
You teach the PMP.
understand and recognize that
I want to get my PMP.
That folks,
I got a PMP.
The folks that are younger.
I used to teach the PMP.
Lose my train of thought. The folks that are younger, they don't want to be. They don't want to be told what to do. They want to be coached and mentored. Mm-hmm. So how do you bridge that gap and coach and mentor? And then there was something else that you mentioned that I was going to go back to, but I figured out I'll go back to it.
I made you lose your chain of thought.
Yeah, when you farted.
Oh my God! But yeah, that's interesting. I never thought about that, right? In regards to you went in today's in my small business, that resonated to me because believe it or not, even in my delivery service business, I have people that are out here doing 190 stops that are that are baby boomers, and those people, and believe it or not, they're outperforming the 21-year-olds. They figured out a system, or they're embarrassed by failure.
Yeah.
They've gotten in some of the things why those I often see, I'm in the $18 to $20 an hour job market as far as predominantly most of my employees.
Right.
And so, and I can understand why some people are in or would be come and work for me. But I see some of this. I see gentlemen of all ethnic groups in their 50s and 60s. They're out here working, and some of them, and then, and you build those relationships where you have the conversations with them. Some of them are professionals where economic situations has gotten the best of them, and they just gotta work, and they gotta work, right? But when they gotta work, they'll if they gotta go do a route with apartments or whatever, they gonna put on a knee brace and go and knock that shit out. But you get a 20-year-old and he bumped his knee.
Oh, he off for 3 days.
He won't work with his comp.
But the other
oh Lord.
But the other thing is, you got that boomer that's trying to outperform and they don't want to fail. But they're killing themselves though.
But no, you think that. But really, I see it right. I see I had this one guy come and work for me. He was about I questioned myself for hiring him. He was he had to be about 68 years old, and he was doing deliveries.
Oh my goodness!
And he was overweight and things of that nature. Anything you get with a 68-year-old man who's lived this life, he looked like that. And he struggled.
Did Wille Earl look better than him?
Shit, yeah.
Go ahead.
Shit, yeah. Wille ain't got no sugar. Wille's in perfect health. You want to find out?
Go ahead.
Shit. But anyway, he had all, after about, he was struggling with technology and things of that nature. And so, but he was a great person. He was a mentor to the young kids and things of that nature. And you talk about the physicality of the job. As you saw him, you saw his body transform, and he started losing weight, and he got confident. He gained confidence in the technology and things of that nature. So so him working in a physical job wasn't killing him. It actually helped him.
Okay.
You know, and so you have to look at things of that nature. But he had the foresight, and he had the tenacity and resiliency and all of that stuff, all them buzzwords you hear. He had all of that in him just to get the job done.
Okay.
And you take the same 21-year-old where, you know, it's raining or the key, you know what I'm saying, because the key won't work because he using the wrong key, he gonna quit.
Not the wrong key.
Yeah, he gonna quit. He's gonna quit on you because he
wasn't even willing to try.
No, he ain't got no, he has no intellectual gymnastics. He has none of that. Critical thinking skills,
Dumb.
you know, curiosity, you know, creative thinking, you know, common sense, you know what I'm saying? Enough intelligence to figure it out, you know, or just
or even try though.
Or even try. Some people don't, and that's the thing with this. I can't fail nobody. Because you can't fail nobody, they never learn that, you know, I gotta try, I gotta figure it out, I gotta put myself out there. And the moment somebody feel like, some people like that, the moment they feel like they gotta put themselves out there and try at the, you know what I'm saying, at the expense of failure, they gonna fold. And that's what we got out here. You ain't got nobody, man. You ain't got nobody like in back in 2003 when I was in Baghdad, Iraq, where we had to figure stuff out. And you had to figure out where to get water from. You had to figure out where to get electricity from. You had to do all this and that. And it was no book for it that you could read. You just had to sit down there and figure it out. But no, they job depended on it. So they life depended on it. And you translate that to this. They ain't been put in no situation, they're given no mindset to where they got to figure shit out. And so they gonna fold. And then the thing about folding, and this where y'all rich motherfuckers come in. Now this where y'all finna goddamn get mad with me. So we got the 20-year-olds and they're in the 17 years old. And the moment we send them out there and they come back and tell you, this didn't work out for me. And they come back home, baby, don't worry about it. You can stay home with me. But whereas, you know, in our generation, shit, I be goddamn.
No.
I be goddamn. I'm taking failure home.
But that goes back to like I think somebody's trying to open the door. But going back to like just putting your kid out at 18, like is that? Do they really have the mental? Do they really have the mental fortitude to just? We're gonna be here all. We're gonna be here all night. At 18.
That's something that we have fucked up.
No, and I'm gonna tell you about this, right? I get where you're going. Where we're sitting at in Northern Virginia. In Northern Virginia, based on the cost of living in Northern Virginia, to put an 18-year-old child, a 19-year-old,
you putting them in debt.
You are hustling backwards.
Right, exactly.
To put them out. But that's a whole. They can't afford to. There's an 18-year-old cannot afford to live.
An 18-year-old cannot afford to live on today's economy like we did
in Northern Virginia.
Pretty much anywhere.
We were able
in Northern Virginia.
We were able to live, 17, 18-year-old.
I got some $300 or $400 rental properties for you. In North, you say that in Northern Virginia.
Send them all down there.
We was able to make it happen. Nowadays, you can't do that, and I totally agree with you. So when said child turns 18, we are quick to say, "Hey, you have to get out of my house." But if said child is going to school, trying to make themselves better, why are we putting them out?
Yeah, why are you putting them out if you haven't even taught them life skills?
Guess what? As soon as he comes back, it's going to cost you more.
Yeah, exactly. You're absolutely right. I think that's where that's difficult. That's one of those things where even for us, it's like, like I say, I'll be 50, right? you know, as a 50-year-old, I know you surprised I'm 50. Anyway, we'll get to that. I know you surprised I'm 80, but we'll get to that.
You 50 and 80.
I'm 50 and 80. But anyway, but it's something that we got that's gonna be hard to navigate through in regards to like if a child we understand that it's too expensive, especially in this area, for a child to go out, an 18-year-old go out and be expected to live on and 100% care for themselves.
Now,
but at what point, and we can agree to that.
I'm gonna tell you that point. That motherfucker coming in the old time of night.
But that ain't a good metric.
He ain't following my rules.
You mean who I just opened the door for?
He goddamn.
No, that ain't.
He ain't doing shit for his life.
Oh,
right there. You know what I'm saying?
Who I just opened the door for?
Hey,
yeah.
He got to go.
You just happen
Man.
to be your kid.
But where he gonna
Fuck
go?
them kids.
I don't get no fuck.
Where he gonna go?
Let them figure it
That team
out.
fuck them kids.
On my mom.
Hey,
On
let
my
them figure it
head.
out.
But
If you are disturbing the peace in
The
my
order.
home,
The
the
order.
order in my home, you got to go.
I get that, right? But you going down a fucking slippery slope, and I think that you are going. You regress it. That's to my point, and I'm experiencing that right now. That's a regressive action.
All right, so-
when you put a 25-year-old that's grew up in this middle class, dual income black household where it's TVs in every room. You got a goddamn park. Hold on. You got a podcast set up.
We can still hear you. The mic can still hear you.
You got a podcast set up everywhere, and he see all this. He can go to Tyson's. I mean, wait a minute.
I got you. Keep going. Keep talking.
Tell these white people shit, man. I keep telling you about that.
Oh yeah, I gotta hear myself. But anyway, he can go in your closet and get designer clothes.
Go ahead. Keep talking.
He can go in your closet and get designer clothes to wear and things of that nature. He is not. He just that individual. That child is not prepared to go out on their own, regardless of how much they frustrate you.
Okay.
So at
I
what point?
I hear what you're saying.
So
I get what you're saying.
No. So
Good night, Tiff.
yeah. Go ahead. So my solution to that would be is that
Good night.
anytime when you get an 18-year-old or you get a young adult, you have to doggone start talking financial literacy with them.
Okay.
And with that, right, you have to start charging them reasonable living expenses.
Okay.
And if you could take those reasonable living expenses like rent, you making them pay for XYZ, you making them pay their way based on the income that they're bringing in. And if you're taking that money and you use that to save that to those as savings to catapult them to get out on their own. Because what's the beauty of your child getting out on their goddamn own?
Trav, we wasn't talking about those dynamics people. We were talking those demographics people. We were talking about the ones that's causing chaos. Let's take, for example, all right? This is just a pure example here. Okay, you and LaShonda, y'all married, right? Happily married.
Damn, that went fast.
Got
That wasn't going that long, was it?
goddamn.
Shonda, you good now? I'm gonna tell you now.
Hey,
I better have my cash app in the morning.
goddamn.
I ain't cash apping nobody else.
Hey,
We
wanna-
in shell, man. At my mama house.
one of goddamn Wille Earl's misfit kids come back and say, "You my pappy." All right, you bring that child into your home. That child is starting to disrupt your happy, your peace, your order in your home. It's affecting your marriage. It's affecting your relationship. It's affecting everything. Then we have to cut that umbilical cord, and you have to say, "Fuck them kids," and let it go. Let it go.
But here's the point. I get you. You know, in that you are at a point where you've lived your life and you want to be in peace, and the child comes in and they're disrupting you. I move the child out. I tell the child to move out. First thing, where is that child going?
Listen, him or her can figure it out.
So they figure this is so look. I'm finna walk you down this road. So they figure it out. They go over another.
Mr. Willie. Mr. Willie got me.
They go over to either if she a girl.
They go over the Pied Piper.
Huh? Mr. Willie.
Ain't nobody staying in B. They furniture in there. You can stay over there. That's the girl.
That's the girl.
The boy, the chick he been staying out with all the time, she in Section 8.
$30.
$30. He can, unbeknownst to him, he can't stay there.
Mm-hmm. Or she gonna lose her.
So you done put him out. He done took all his motherfucking stuff and took it over there. Mm-hmm. She like, what the fuck? You can't stay over here. And he said, no, hell, I got put her out the house because I was dealing with you.
Right.
The fuck if I ain't staying over here?
This our house.
She like you.
12 hours into this real life shit I'm finna tell you, man. 12 hours into this shit. He done told you I done moved over here. That spare room that you had them milk cartons in, wasn't no shit in there anyway, so I done moved in there. I done put my TV and stuff on there.
And my shoe.
But she said, hell no, I can't have no man shit in here when the inspectors come. That nigga already frustrated because he done put them out. And she tell him, and he done goddamn, he
now
can't
double
take it.
put out.
He double put out. He can't take it no more. And that goddamn little quiet boy you had, the monster done came out of it. He done jumped on. He done jumped on. Jumped on that motherfucker. She ain't want to call the police, but he jumped on her real goddamn bad now. This is his first time doing it, and he did it real motherfucking good. And so the police got to come and do their motherfucking job.
With an S, gots.
They got to come do their goddamn job. And now, he ain't called you, you been worrying about him, and this goddamn unknown number keep popping on your phone. I don't know who the fuck this unknown keep calling me, but it keep popping up. This bitch done popped up 30 goddamn times. I might as well answer this motherfucker. And the child that you put out and sent over there to that Section 8 house
for the 30.
This
basically
nigga,
you saying it's gonna cost you more.
This nigga is not incarcerated on a goddamn domestic violation charge. Now, at a bare minimum, you 10 grand in the hole.
Why am I?
No, because you feel that's your child, man. That's your child. You think I'm gonna sit up here and let you tell me you gonna let your child go to general population and for $5,000?
If I showed you and I told you.
No, dude, you can sit up here on this podcast and tell me that, but I'm finna tell you how it gonna go. You gonna take that motherfucking money and you can't get it all out right now. And at 12 o'clock, you gonna call whoever and tell the man I need to get up $5,000 in cash because I ain't doing no property bond, all that kind of shit. And you gonna go over there and you gonna get him out. Now this joker that you put out, he done cost you $5,000. He got a charge. To get him out at $5,000. It's another $15,000 to get him a lawyer. And now you got to move him back in and stuff like that. You back to square one.
All right. So, what about all of the people that put up the property loan? You know, grandma done felt. You know, grandma, mama. You know, all of them peoples done felt. Big mama done all felt sorry for little Pookie. Little Pookie in jail. And they put their house up there, and now all of a sudden their house is gone because Lil Pookie done got out of jail, He didn't goddamn gone. Was a flight risk. He gone.
Now they got to move.
Now she got it happens.
It happened.
That unfortunately in our community we lose generational property that my mama worked so hard for. We don't lost.
What your mama do?
She worked so hard for. My mama and daddy worked so hard for. I ain't finna put my property up and they end up putting it up. And that motherfucker say he ain't going to jail. He haul ass. You know where he went to. Yeah, you know where he went to. You know he ain't went nowhere, but he got
back to the girl house.
Back to the girl house up in Atlanta to your other cousin house. Shit, tell him come on back for y'all want to lose y'all property. Shit, man, we can go on and on
about this.
But what I'm trying to say is that until it may be 30 nowadays. It may be 30. It may be, yes, it may be 30 to a mother. Look, man, I'm finna tell you God heaven truth. This is God heaven truth. I'm paying double child support. Let me tell you what double child support is. I'm finna tell you some new shit, a new term. Yeah, double child support is when you have paid child support for the child. The child done had a child, which is your grandchild. He can't take care of that child, and you got to take care of the goddamn grandchild. That's double child support.
This is legal?
Huh? No, it ain't legal, but it's moral.
Oh, okay.
It's moral because I fucked up and raised the motherfucking son that shit. I don't give a fuck. He ain't shit. He can't take care of the child, and so I got to take care of his child. I done took care of him and gave him everything he didn't appreciate it. Now I got double child support. I got to take care of his child.
You ain't even get nothing to pussy.
I don't even want none of that, man.
I'm just saying.
I hope she heard it too. But that probably the quickest trip to the claps you can get. God, wow. Man, that fucked up, man. Those street. Don't take that back. But anyway, but I'm trying to say, man, what I'm trying to say is it's a delicate balance in regards to like with these kids and this generation, they ain't built like us.
No, they're not.
They ain't you and you
but
think.
You gotta do some stuff to like try to.
But you can't hold them. You can't them kids, man. Look at here, man. I'm finna tell you something. I just told you I went to the Army at 17. The Army at 17 for me was a cakewalk. And the only reason I went to the Army at 17 because I knew if I went to basic training between my junior year and senior year of high school, I could save up about $2,000 and come to the school and come to school my senior year the freshest motherfucker there, and then have to work in the field. In the fields of Georgia to pick peas and pull weeds for my school clothes that year. Man, that was the cakewalk. Kids these years, they ain't built like that. They ain't built like that. They ain't got that in them. And you trying to hold, and we trying to hold them to that. I know my daughters, my son, or whomever little kid I got, they ain't motherfucking 15-year-old Travis James. They just ain't got it in them. And we trying to hold that to them, or we gonna put him out at 18, 25. At 25, man, I was I think I was an officer in the Army and all this kind of stuff like that, and probably was on child support and been divorced and shit, bankruptcy, all that kind of shit by the time I was 25. Them kids ain't built like that.
25, I had about 70.
By 25,
I was on my way to Penn State.
Yeah,
Penn State.
At 25, my class
for the first time.
At 25, my classmates were glorified felons. They were trying to rewrite capital goddamn punishment laws for some of them and shit like that, man. These kids like that ain't built like that, man. Y'all trying to send them out there to the streets and knowing they ain't ready for the streets. You can't do that.
Okay, so what life skills do you think kids need to have now?
Man, life skills kids need to have right now. Shit, man. You got it. This thing, this social media, these video games, that ain't it. I think so in order to, I think what probably catapult most, if you think about it, and you study most black professionals that are successful and then that come from humble beginnings, they had some type of teenage vocation that they just hated the fuck out of. They just hated the fuck out of having to work in the fields, or you in Detroit, Grand Rapids, Michigan, you had to work at somebody's restaurant and clean the tables or something. They hated the fuck out of that.
I never want to do that again.
But I had to do it.
So,
I had to do it because I wanted certain amount of shoes or something like that.
Like 12.
At 12, you started doing that, but you had to. But they ain't. But we don't never. But these kids, because we don't, I don't want my kid working there or something like that. We ain't never exposed them to 12 and 14 years old.
My son trying to get a job now. He's 14.
I applaud him from that because I applaud him from that to where he get a job. So you got, I think, to answer your question, and the only way we build our kids, and I often think about this, who our kids are competing against. The world is flat and things of that nature. Our kids are competing against that little Chinese boy who learned algebra at 2.
That's true.
And so we have to put our kids, I think the life skills, before you got to put our kids in these hard situations early on. But society don't do that because like society, you can't post on social media that you got your 5-year-old out there raking yards or mowing the yard. Oh, yeah, no. But you can, but you
can't write it off on my taxes.
But you can, but you gonna get a lot of goddamn likes if you take them to Italy at 5. Mm-hmm. That's the problem.
So can I take a stab at that one? Mm-hmm. That question that you
I forwarded it again.
God dang it, Travis.
Man, I gotta be to work pretty soon, right. Man. I gotta go.
So two things.
So you just go fart your way out.
Yeah.
2 things we gotta put to bed is that, hey, we have to stop singing the same song, this generational song. I am going to give my children more than what I had.
Yes,
I did it.
Yes, I get you.
I was a victim of it.
Mm-hmm.
I tried to give my daughter more than what I had.
Yeah.
And I look back at it and I didn't have it that bad.
Right.
I didn't have it that bad.
Right.
You know, so me trying to do all that I'm doing to, breaking my back to give my children better than what I had.
You didn't have it bad.
It don't make sense to me. So that's one fold of it. And the second fold to your question, what life skills? This is one of the biggest fights that I had co-parenting with, my son's mom, is that I wanted him to learn a trade. God dang it, COVID hit. Guess what? People still needed a haircut.
Mm-hmm.
People still needed the person to come out and check their HVAC.
Yes.
People still needed mechanics. Mm-hmm. But while restaurant workers was getting laid off, paralegals was getting laid off. A lot of the other, what we call is, those white collar jobs, they was getting laid off. But guess what? Them people that had skills and trades, they were still out there able to survive.
That's true.
So,
yeah.
So
go ahead.
When it go back to life skills, though, I think for girls, girls need to know how to cook. Even if you don't have to cook, you need to know how to cook.
Yes.
Boys need to know how to change the tire. Yesterday, I had my son out. I was like, I need you to jump this car. Look at them wires, the plus and the minus. Go jump the car.
Good job.
Yeah, you got to.
Yeah, and those are some of the things that we don't force our kids to do, and that's I applaud you for that, and you're absolutely right, and and you think about just like that simple thing, and putting themselves in a good financial position. If you know how to cook where you don't have to eat out, and the cost savings associated with people laugh at me, but I still, I'm a business owner, and when I go to work every day, I still pack my lunch. I pack my lunch, and so because you cook, and you eat leftovers and things of that nature. You just come from that, and I applaud you for teaching and encouraging those
Queen.
life skills.
Yeah, Queen.
Yeah, Queen.
And he,
Yeah,
he
Queen.
can cook. So
Man rising.
Yeah, Queen.
he know how to.
Man rising.
He know how to.
Wait, hold on, don't play the music yet. Queen of Shell.
Queen, show me. Shot o'clock. What we doing?
Hey,
That's
again.
funny.
Shot
Yeah.
o'clock.
It doesn't matter. Pass the bottle.
Let's pass this, man.
Yeah.
Trav brought this. Let's give it a spin.
Yeah, but this
Got
is
some
this is
Glenlivet?
as we pour the shots. This is great, and it's great to have these conversations and these real life candid conversations
I'ma tap it and
because
pass it, and then
you know
send it back.
we
Dana send it back down.
this is for me, not the first part, but the last part of it is therapeutic, and these are the conversations that we have in barbershops and in after church that we no longer often have. Because another thing too, I'm finna tell y'all another thing
Come on with it.
that bothered me. I grew up in the country, right?
Mhm.
Country.
In the country, and in the country you at least had you. Now I worked in the field and bought my school clothes, but you at least when you bought your school clothes, you at least bought you a couple of church outfits too.
Mm.
So you knew how to tie. You understood the difference in like different social settings
How
require
to turn
different
it on,
types
how to
of
turn it off.
appearances
Correct.
and how to turn it on and how to turn it off. And
Travis to Willie.
yeah, you know how to use your,
That's right.
and they struggling today.
No, my son actually got that lesson earlier.
Yeah,
this year.
and things of that nature. And that's why I say, back to Dana's point, just shout out to my mom and shout out to the community that raised me. You didn't have it bad. They taught you some life skills. And that's why, I go back and tell, I made my bones off of the military and was able to educate myself because I was able to catapult early in the military. But that's because the basics were easy to me. This all I got to do.
Them life
This
skills.
Yeah, them life skills and stuff like that.
I
But
tell my boys all the time.
yeah,
If you go in the military, you will be awesome.
yeah,
Because
you
live
would
with
be
me.
awesome. Now you look at countries like, I'm gonna tell you
Give
something.
them a whole lot of structure.
You look at those. You go, but we
A
all
lot of hell.
you often study this,
They can't put their hands on.
but you look at countries where, and we may need to rethink this, and this may be the solution to our whole
I
problem.
know where you going.
I'm finna go to here.
Come on, Mike.
You look at countries where they require all of their military aged men to go into the military.
Mhm.
That will solve a lot of this. If that joker that I ain't even looked at the news tonight, but I know it's a 21-year-old in DC that just shot somebody.
Mhm.
But now if we had a requirement to where he went into the military, had to go to even if it wasn't the military, he had to go and do some type of community service for 18 months and things of that nature.
Mhm.
How
The world would be different.
I wonder how much money would we have to spend on our correctional system if we had systems like that in place.
I mean, but the prison
You know?
pipeline is it's a whole thing.
I
Yeah.
just think the military for me is so. I'm not gonna say the military. Period. I'm gonna say basic training. Like I had to go to military school as a form of punishment, like you're saying.
Yeah.
I got in trouble in my teenage years. It was go to jail, go to military school. Went to military school. But
Yeah.
of course, it was literally right across the street from my neighborhood. One night I had enough. I jumped the fence and went back home.
Yeah.
But the structure that I got, it was at Camp Pendleton, but it was AP Hill. We came to AP Hill from Virginia Beach, and it was along the same lines of basic training.
Oh man.
That structure stuck with me to this day. Coupled with how my parents raised you, get up in the morning, wash your face, brush your teeth, and make your bed. That shit, you know what I'm saying? So certain things stuck with me. You understand what I'm saying? Like that structure outside of your household will give you life lessons. You know what I mean? And you pass it on, you move it on. You take everything isn't going to resonate with you. Everything is not going to.
Yeah.
Well, I'm gonna hit y'all on two subjects that we've already discussed, and how the importance of that is, and what the military
I was going to
does
say,
for
let's run
you.
this. Y'all know what to do. Let's run this.
Shot o'clock.
To health, wealth.
Your motherfucking self.
Yes, sir.
So, back to R. Kelly.
Oh, shit.
I knew back in 92 and 93, 12 play. But that was the motherfucking song. I listened to it all the time.
While you was humping the bed.
But look, the other song that was hot out that motherfucker then, in the country genre, with that goddamn Acre Break It Hard.
Yes, sir. Don't tell my heart.
And so then I'm finna get to you about the importance of the military.
Just don't think you understand.
So I used to go out I used to ride in the vehicle with the dude.
If you tell my heart.
And we had the dude that would ride when he was from West Virginia. We still keep in touch this day. And we had CD, the tape players. You didn't have you had the tape. You had the tape you put in that motherfucker. And we struggled over, goddamn it, what song we were gonna play. You know what I'm saying? I want to play motherfucking goddamn R. Kelly, man. Fuck this shit. He want to play that
Acre Break It Hard.
That Acre Break It Hard shit.
That Billy Ray Cyrus, right?
Billy Ray. I say, man, the only way we gonna do this now. Only way we're gonna be able to get through this right here now is goddamn it. You listen to, we pick out what time we're gonna listen to your song, what time we're gonna listen to mine. And goddamn it, we listened to it a couple of times. Fuck, listen to this shit. He's over there, but fuck, I'm listening to this shit. Seen that motherfucker, that goddamn R. Kelly playing that 12 pay. I seen that motherfucker in them boots, soft toeing.
It was starting to get to him.
I say, God damn. Next thing you know, that motherfucker popped in that Billy Ray Cyrus.
Now you over there soft tour.
I know every goddamn thing to that Acre Breaking Hard.
You know how to do the boot school boogie.
Goddamn it, we finished the field problem and we get back. He come up to me, he humbled himself. He say, man, let me hold that R. Kelly CD. And then I say, shit, I like that Billy Ray shit too. And so we became friends, and we became that, like, you know, we were so small-minded because he came from West Virginia, I came from Georgia, and we were so small.
What part of Georgia you came from?
I came from Shelburne, Georgia, man. Okay. Yeah, you know where I goddamn came from, Crosstown. Goddamn, what the fuck you talking about? Anyway, what the military also, not, you talk about structure, but structure ain't everything. But what the military teach you is how to doggone deal with people that are not like you. And that what society told you about Billy Ray Cyrus, or what society told him about R. Kelly, or whoever applies, or who Trick Dad, or whoever I was listening to at that motherfucking time, you know, it ain't in how I was dressing at that time and how he was dressing in the car he drove. You know, I'm still a good person. And that's what the military taught us. And those are some of the fundamentals that these young cats are missing in things of that nature when they just colloquialize to their, and that's another word right there. Yeah. That's that free education I got.
What that called? What it mean?
Colloquial. That
Nah.
means like regional, down to your own neighborhood, in your box or whatever right there. You know, that's you know, that's what the military gives you. It gives you things. You know, you may not travel. I may not have went to West Virginia, but you send me over there to goddamn West Virginia, I know how to move around.
But you
ain't never been over.
You know, cousins be married to each other, huh?
I'm cool with that sometimes. I got some fine cousins.
On that note,
Wake it up.
on that note,
God almighty.
we need to bring the show to a close. Yo said I
goddamn
got some
Willie.
fine ass
That
cousins.
goddamn Willie,
I'm
man.
done. Wow.
Hey, I appreciate everyone coming
Man,
out.
Man, it was a pleasure.
It was
man.
a pleasure. Thank
I
you,
ain't-
thank you.
I talk too much.
No.
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 You are very animated. You're
Yes,
welcome
sir.
to come back on the show, Travis.
Anytime.
Yes.
Man, how?
Hey.
Mhm.
Hey, but we need to tee up you two business entrepreneurs, and have some courses, some lessons,
How to's,
life hacks,
do's and don'ts.
do's that we can share with the younger audience, the older audience, the generational gaps that we actually covered early in the subject. We'd love to have you back on to discuss some of those things.
Just follow me. They're gonna do it free of charge, but I'm gonna charge y'all for talking to them. So we'll figure it out. Don't worry about it. Just subscribe. Subscribe.
Hit that like button. Hey, and guess what?
Tell your mama I'm fine too.
What's the page?
Oh shit!
What's the page?
It's right
It's
there.
right there.
It's right
It's
there.
right there.
It's
Everybody
right
do
there.
that. It's right
Hey,
there.
Subscribe.
Click
Right
and
there.
subscribe. Hit the like button.
Right there.
Share it with somebody else. Go on Facebook. Share that with 5 people. Hey, and if we continue to just sharing it with 5 people, we can make some things happen up
All
in
you
here.
got to do is tell your mama that I'm fine. Your mama gonna tell somebody, and then they gonna tell somebody.
Oh,
that's
Lord.
how-
Oh, the old folks do now.
God dang it, you been
Hey,
hanging out with Wille Earl too much.
You can tell your mama, hey,
About to
Mr.
send you some
Mr.
cash
Willie.
apps.
Mr. Willie, he over here. I know the state done gave us money one time, and I got cut off.
Mr. Willie got it.
But Mr. Willie provides second chances.
And he got good hair.
And he got good hair.
And we can get back to the
Juices
pearls.
Hey,
got
yeah,
good
we
hair.
didn't get into juices and berries.
Yeah.
Maybe we say that for the
Well,
next
that ain't nothing but
episode.
entrepreneur.
I tell you what. If you want to figure out how authentic this hair is,
Mm-hmm.
you can experience my morning routine.
Mm-hmm.
How
No.
good. Thank you.
I'm about to say, you talking to you. I'm bald headed and I ain't spending the night. You got to be talking to you.
Cut that shit out. I'm just bullshit.
Hey, all right.
No. Really and truly, Mr. Willie engaged.
Yeah,
Oh, that's
and Mr. Willie got that good hair.
Mr. Willie and Travis.
Mr. Willie, Travis engaged. Mr. Willie, he
Mr. Willie,
he
Clyde gonna talk.
Mr. Willie trying to holler at the little girl at the dialysis center tomorrow.
Yeah. Mr. Willie on the chain. Now.
Yeah, he done called his partner, the sheriff, to lock up her little boyfriend.
He should be gone now.
Damn it.
He should be gone now, so Mr. Willie got a free play in the morning.
At least for
He
24 hours.
Yeah, leave.
Lock him up at nighttime so I
Yeah,
know he won't get out
yeah,
tomorrow
yeah.
evening.
Yeah, he can get his dialysis in peace tomorrow. Last time Mr. Willie's at the dialysis center, he had to fight the little motherfucker. He got the best of Mr. Willie, but he back today.
He back.
I'm back.
Still here, Mr. Willie. Still here, goddamn.
I'm back, bitches. Hey, on that note, we out.
Mr. Willie, but damn, went and put on them goddamn Stacy's instead of them Gucci.